This is Motoring Today, the Philippines' premier and longest-running weekly motoring news and features TV and online magazine. I am Ray Louie Gamboa.
And I'm Tin Gamboa. Here are this week's features to watch out for.
On Motoring Forum, we shall discuss the solutions implemented in fixing metro traffic. Our road safety reminder on the Young Street Smarts portion centers on proper use of headlights while driving at night. This week's Paeng Choper shall be the illegal use of mobile phones while driving. Showcase this week shall have the subcompact crossover from Hyundai, the Creta. While for race weekend, we shall have the highlights of the 2023 Motorsports Carnevale Awards.
All these plus the latest news in transportation and traffic management, as well as developments in the automotive industry, are on this week's episode of Motoring Today. Join us.
Life should be filled with stories to be liked and loved. Elevate your drive with the new Honda City. Take value and performance to the next level so you can view more places and check into new experiences. With Honda Sensing, you can do all these with peace of mind with its modern design and advanced features. The new Honda City is for those who are ready to step up their game. The new Honda City. Elevate your drive.
Welcome back to Motoring Today. Here now are the latest news and developments in the country's transportation and traffic management. No commuter will agree to an increase in fares. A survey just confirms this truism. A survey, by the way, conducted by a commuter advocacy group. A majority of commuters in Metro Manila are opposing a fare increase for public utility jeepneys. The Passenger Forum, a commuter advocacy group, said 71% of respondents to a survey it conducted don't favor an increase to jeepney fares. The survey also showed that 72% of respondents said that any fare increase should be limited to just 1 peso added to the minimum fare. In reporting the results of the survey participated in by just 100 respondents, the Passenger Forum convener Primo Murillo said regular commuters simply don't have the budget space to allow any fare hikes. Earlier, the Land Transportation Franchising and Regulatory Board announced that a fare increase would be implemented by November. However, the LTFRB said it was still consulting with the National Economic and Development Authority on how much of an increase would be implemented. Back in August, transport groups filed a petition seeking a 5 peso increase in fare for traditional jeepneys. A fare increase appears to be inevitable. Commuters can only hope that the increase is closer to the 1 peso preferred by survey respondents than to the 5 pesos sought by transport groups. Meanwhile, the MVP Group is again seeking to take over the operation and maintenance of the MRT-3. Will it finally succeed in getting the government to agree to its proposal? Metro Pacific Investments Corp, in cooperation with Japan's Sumitomo Corp, has submitted an unsolicited proposal to take over the operations and maintenance of the Metro Rail Transit Line 3 system. The Department of Transportation says the MPIC proposal is now being evaluated in accordance with the guidelines for unsolicited public-private partnerships. This is the third time for MPIC to submit the proposal. It submitted similar proposals during both the Aquino and the Duterte administrations. The proposals were rejected. Earlier, the DOTR said it was looking at bundling the operation and management of the MRT-3 and the Light Rail Transit Line 2 into one contract to be offered to the private sector. The Build Lease Transfer or BLT agreement between the government and Metro Rail Transit Corp., which designed and built the MRT system, is set to expire by 2025. Perhaps the third time is a charm, and the MPIC could finally achieve its years-long plan to take over operations of the MRT-3. Continuing, enforcing anti-jaywalking ordinances is the least of the priorities of local traffic enforcers. But Department of Interior and Local Government Secretary Benher Abalos wants stiffer penalties for jaywalking. Department of Interior and Local Government Secretary Benher Abalos is asking Metro Manila mayors to begin strictly enforcing anti-jaywalking ordinances and to impose more prohibitive penalties on jaywalkers. Abalos specifically asked local government units that have jurisdiction over sections of EDSA and C5 to prevent people from crossing the wide and busy thoroughfares. This followed reports of an increase in the number of accidents on both EDSA and C5 involving pedestrians crossing the thoroughfares where it is prohibited. Abalos is also asking the MMDA to conduct more studies on how to discourage people from jaywalking on EDSA and C5, including the possibility of stiffer fines and including community service as a form of punishment. MMDA Chairman Romando Artes has expressed support for raising fines for jaywalking, added that the MMDA will work with the Department of Transportation on solutions to discourage people from crossing EDSA and C5 where they shouldn't. Setting stiffer and more prohibitive fines and penalties is one thing. Strict enforcement is another. Both are needed for pedestrians to learn to stop jaywalking. And finally, it may be good news for the local motor vehicle and motorcycle sectors, but it may be bad news for those concerned with traffic congestion and safety. The Philippines posted the highest rate of increase in motor vehicle sales among Southeast Asian countries. According to data reported by the Association of Southeast Asian Nations, Automotive Federation or AAF, the Philippines posted the highest growth rate in motor vehicle sales at 31.1%, selling a total of 239,501 units, higher than the 182,687 units sold in the same period a year ago. Local production of motor vehicles in the Philippines also rose 36.9% from 48,166 units in the first 7 months of 2022 to 65,934 units in the same period in 2023. The AAF also reported that the country also registered a 4.6% increase in motorcycle and scooter sales from 800,990 units from January to July last year to 932,220 units in the same period in 2023. The economy will certainly benefit from increasing sales and production of motor vehicles and motorcycles. This certainly is a sign of an economy growing healthier, although more vehicles on the road would be a concern for those worried about pollution and the deadly smog in Metro Manila. And those are the latest news and developments in transportation and traffic management. Coming up next is Motoring Forum, brought to you by Suzuki Philippines. Metro traffic, especially on EDSA, has gone from bad to worse and probably unsolvable. Motoring Forum discusses the solutions implemented and what has worked or not worked. Over the years, traffic in Metro Manila, and especially along EDSA, has gotten worse and worse. And over the years, the Metropolitan Manila Development Authority and the local governments of cities in the metropolis have implemented various solutions aimed at easing congestion. Before the global COVID pandemic pressed the reset button on many of those solutions, Metro Manila had been experimenting with ideas for solving traffic congestion, with various iterations of the same concepts now being re-implemented post-pandemic. Among these ideas were attempts at reducing the volume of cars on EDSA and other metro streets. This was given the name Unified Vehicle Volume Reduction Program, but called coding for short. Mainly, the idea was to ban cars depending on the end number of license plates from running at certain hours on major thoroughfares or in the entire city, depending on respective LGU policies. Has this solution worked? If the rising complaints about worsening traffic on EDSA are any indication, the latest iteration of coding isn't working. Perhaps another indication of coding not working in the short, medium, or long term is the report coming out that the Philippines has the highest growth rate in motor vehicles and motorcycle sales and local production. More and more people are buying vehicles for personal transport, adding to congestion. Pre-pandemic, there was the yellow bus lane, which caused congestion at major junctions on EDSA, turning into terminals for buses and the thoroughfare into virtual parking lots for private vehicles. During and post-pandemic, the EDSA bus carousel worked to provide faster commute for daily wage workers and other commuters, but is now being seen as the cause for daily gridlock for private vehicles. Pre-pandemic, EDSA saw a proliferation of fences, pink, blue, green, depending on who was heading the MMDA, meant as engineering solutions for pedestrian safety, keeping buses and other vehicles into proper lanes. During and post-pandemic, bollards, cement, and orange plastic barriers were installed to separate the EDSA carousel and establish protected bike lanes. It was said that bike lanes would encourage people to leave their cars at home and use so-called active transport to work. The MMDA now says the bike lanes are underutilized, just a little over 1,000 a day, and proposed to widen bike lanes to become shared space for cyclists and motorcycle riders. Both cycling advocates and motorcycle groups shot down that proposal. Over the years, alternative routes, given the name Mabuhay Lanes, were identified and cleared of obstruction, with signages installed to encourage motorists to take secondary streets and ease traffic volume on major thoroughfares. EDSA and other main thoroughfares remain congested, but this time, rush hour traffic seems to last the entire day and most of the night. Many intersections on major thoroughfares like EDSA, Commonwealth, C5, E. Rodriguez, etc. have been closed off and U-turn slots installed at strategic areas. The installation of U-turn slots was supposed to ensure that motor vehicles are continuously moving like giant oblong rotundas. After more than a decade of U-turn slots, motorists still have not learned to maneuver around them properly. U-turn slots are now being blamed for causing accidents and adding to congestion, with plastic barriers narrowing lanes further. Traffic congestion continues to worsen, and the MMDA and local government units continue to implement many solutions that most motorists and commuters believe have not worked in the past and won't work in the present. The traffic situation in Metro Manila is not helped along in the short run by the construction of in-metro elevated tollways, the Metro Subway, projects meant to help decongest traffic and provide more efficient mass transport in the long run. As it is now, people will have to live with the congestion and millions of man-hours lost to traffic. Solutions may be forthcoming, many workable, but do they truly work? That's our Motoring Forum this week, courtesy of Suzuki Philippines.
At the core of Toyota Gazoo racing lies motorsports DNA. Combine that with the Philippines' best-selling sedan, you get the Vios GRS. Its black accent details and aero kit upgrade capture the feel and excitement on the track, and the 10-speed CVT that exudes the TGR competitive spirit. On the road or on the track, always be ready for a heart-racing, exhilarating ride. The Vios GRS. Bring on the thrill.
You're back with us here on Motoring Today, and we have this week's important motoring tips, starting off with some road safety reminders from Toyota Motor Philippines. If you you are on a main road, make sure na ang headlights na iyong sasakyan ay naka-low beam sa tuwing meron kang makakasulubong na sasakyan. Your high beams can distract another driver, kaya mas maganda kung ang iyong headlights ay naka-low beam upang malinaw na magkakitaan at hindi maaksidente. Continuing with this week's edition of Motoring Today, let's now focus on proper driver's demeanor, especially for those driving PUVs. Here's Spying Chuper this week.
Bayong chopper lang kaibigan, ako si Marlon, isang kapwa nyo chopper. Habang nagmamaneho, kailangan buo ang atensyon mo at hindi gulo-gulo.
Ang cellphone ay isa ng malaking bahagi sa buhay ng tao. Halos lahat ay meron at gumagamit nito. Pero sana kapag tayo ay nagmamaneho, tigilin muna natin ang paggamit ng cellphone. Paalala lang, sa pagmamaneho, kailangan ng iba yung konsentrasyon. Kapag ikaw ay nagtetelepono, ang isip mo ay wala sa iyong pagmamaneho. At ito ang maaaring maging rason para magkaroon ng aksidente.
Kung ayaw mong mamultahan o maaksidente, huwag kang gumamit ng cellphone habang nagmamaneho. Si Marlon Gudmalin, payong chopper lang kaibigan mula sa isang kapwa nyo chopper.
Welcome back to Motoring Today. World of Motorsports is next.
In motorsports news, Pecto Pakutkot finally broke Paui Bas's win streak by ruling the 8th leg of the 2023 Race Motorsports Club National Slalom Series. Pecto Pakutkot of the Carrera Pilipinas Racing Team set the fastest overall time of 44.62 seconds around the slalom course laid out at the parking lot of Robinson Gapan, Nueva Ecija. This dropped Paui Base of the PMMS Rennsport Racing Team down to second with a time of 45.14 seconds. Third fastest overall was Rod Chang of the RC Racing Team with a time of 46.08 seconds. Pakutkot, Base, and Chang were also 1, 2, 3 in the front wheel category. Austin Sarmiento of Team Sado was quickest in the rear wheel production category, besting Joseph Ortega of the Ponga Racing Team in second. Richie De Jesus topped the timesheet in the novice class with a 47.74 time. Kenneth Bernardo was second with 48.06, and Sheb Malang third with 48.12. The 2023 Race Motorsports Club National Slalom Series continues on October 8 with a 9th leg at Robinson Star Mills, Pampanga. In other motorsports news, the second leg of the 2023 Toyota Gazoo Racing Vios Cup again drew race fans of the Clark International Speed for another exciting weekend of one-make circuit racing and the Autocross Challenge. Jeron Messina of Toyota Team Cebu ruled the promotional class of the second leg of the Circuit Championship, crossing the finish line ahead of Alain Alzona, the Toyota General Santos Chooks to Go Racing Team in second. Joining Messina and Alonza on the promotional class podium was Bong Garbes of Inbox Toyota San Fernando in third. Gino Garbes of Inbox Toyota San Fernando topped the sporting class. Russell Cabrera of Toyota Team Cebu was second, and Myla Alivia of JBT Racing Toyota Isabela came in third. The super sporting class saw Joaquin Garrido of Toyota North EDSA Ovengers Racing Team taking the checkered flag ahead of Brian Ko of the R Racing Team in second, and Red Diwa of JBT Racing Toyota Isabela in third. The Autocross Challenge proved just as exciting as Circuit Championship races. It was an all-female podium in the promotional media class with Laika Tan on the top step, Patrice Tenorio of Zig Wheels in second, and Mika De Los Reyes of Philippine Star in third. Wowie Golf C Magazine was quickest around the pylons of the autocross course in the sporting media class. Ronald Dos Reyes of Philippine Daily Inquirer was second best in the class, with John Ray San Diego settling for third. Ezra Domingo topped the promotional influencer class in his first try at the Autocross Challenge. Bianca Yao finished second ahead of Genesis Reddit in third. Autocross Challenge veteran Rep Bangsil ruled the sporting influencer class, dropping Miri Rumulo down to second, while Lexi Mendiola settled for third. Adding to the excitement of the second leg of the 2023 TGR Vios Cup was a special exhibition of the Autocross Challenge using Corolla Altis GRS HEV race car, competed in by Milo de Vera, Jose Altoveros, and Toyota Gazoo Racing Philippines ambassador Marlon Stockinger. The multi-titled slalom king Milo Rivera topped that special exhibition.
More on the world of motorsports here on Motoring Today, as we now give you Race Weekend. This race weekend takes us not to the racetrack, but to Okada, Manila for the highlights of the 2023 Motorsports Carnival Awards, where winners of the Tarlac Rally as well as the Philippine Rallycross Series were also recognized and celebrated.
So this is the awards night for the Philippine Rallycross 2022 and the Tarlac Rally Rounds 1 and 2 held at Okada, Manila during the Motorsports Carnival by Jomari Aliana. We are so lucky to have our awards night at Okada, Manila. Thank you to the group of Jomari Liana for helping us. Jomari has this idea of helping motorsports grow. No? Us organizers of Philippine Rallycross supports this idea by growing the scene. Motorsports is very hard to organize, especially to get supports from sponsors. And Jomari has a good vision by tying up with Okada and all the others that he can hook up together and to make things strong. No? Our group supported his idea together with the Philippine Autocross Series. Also the other car group by ESC, no? We're all supported, and we're hoping that this thing becomes bigger, because it's a big help for us organizers to have a very prestige awards night venue. And Okada Manila really supported and provided us with all those things that we needed. As you see, we're still awarding Philippine Rallycross 2022 winners. No? By their support, we were able to do this. The Philippine Tarlac Rally was very successful for us. No? We're really thankful for the people that support, and our sponsors, Clean Fuel also, who supported this idea also. We are going to bring this more next year also and introduce more things to our group as organizing other racing in dirt and tarmac. Basically, the sport really died, no? And Olson and I have been doing this since 2015. And having the support of the people supporting us doing our things now in 2023 is a big help, no? As we make things to a level very close to international, no? And we're hoping to grow it more. And the people who started this, like Sir Manny Aduque also, who used to race for Rally, we'd like him to see how things will be also for the future as the Philippine Rallycross organized things for dirt racing.
The 2023 Motorsports Carnival Awards, the recently concluded Tarlac Rally, and the ongoing Philippine Rallycross Series show that rally and grassroots racing is alive and well, whetting our appetite for more. And that's this week's World of Motorsports. We'll be back after this short break.
take the lead.
If you're having problems sa cars, if there's any problems, especially with the paint, if you wanted to have the paint corrected, just let us know, just give us a call, drop by our shop so we could assess para we could show you and give you yung gagawin natin sa cars nyo, especially for the paint job. So we could detail the car and probably put ceramic coating on it. Our shop also offers ceramic coating, interior, exterior, engine, and glass detailing. We also offer premium car wash. We also do paint job, certain panels na kailangan natin i-repaint. So we also do that. We also do a wash over paint also for cars. So,
Our cover of the week is next on Showcase, courtesy of Prudential Guarantee. This showcase takes a look at the Hyundai Creta, a subcompact crossover that falls within the 1 million to 1.3 million peso price range.
Among the first models that Hyundai Motor Philippines launched after it took over local distribution of the brand was the Creta. At 4,315mm long, 1,790mm wide, and 1,630mm tall, with a roof rails, the Hyundai Creta competes in the subcompact crossover segment. With a ground clearance of 200mm and 2,610mm long wheelbase, the Hyundai Creta comes across as a sporty crossover with an SUV vibe, especially with the short overhangs front and rear. Hyundai brought in the Creta at 2 trim levels and 3 price points. The top-of-the-line 1.5 GLS IVT at 1.388 million pesos, the mid-range 1.5 GL IVT at 1.288 million, and the entry-level 1.5 GL 6MT at 1.048 million. The Creta no doubt is a looker, standing out in the crowded crossover segment with a 3D parametric jewel pattern grille that effectively hides the LED daytime running lights until the engine is turned on in the 2 higher-priced variants. The jewel motif is carried over in the design of the 17-inch diamond-cut alloy wheels, two-toned in the GLS and GL IVT, monotone in the GL6 MT, all wrapped by 60 series tires. The headlamps and turn signals are framed in the lower corners of the Creta fascia. The GLS and GL IVT feature a 4MFR multifaceted reflector LED headlights with auto light control. The signal repeater lights are halogens on all Creta. Standard exterior features in all Creta variants include power folding and adjusting outside door mirrors with repeaters, chrome outside door handles, LED rear combination lights, front and rear wipers, rear spoiler with high mount stop lamp. Hyundai has equipped the Philippine spec Creta with much of the comfort and convenience features buyers now expect in crossovers in the million peso range. All 3 variants come with power windows, power door locks, power side mirrors, multiple cup holders on doors, USB charging ports in front tray and console. All have air conditioning, but only the top-end GLS IVT has auto temperature control, as well as a glove box with cooling function. The 1.5 GLS and GL IVT come with smart key and button start system. With either digital or conventional instrument cluster, the Creta dash looks modern and sporty. Hyundai also fitted the Creta with an infotainment system that features an 8-inch touchscreen display with Apple CarPlay and Android Auto for the GLS and GL IVT, USB connection, Bluetooth with customizable voice recognition function. The top-end GLS even gets wireless charging. Covered in leatherette or fabric upholstery, the Creta front seats hold driver and front passenger comfortably in place on long or spirited drives. The two-tone interior gives off a premium vibe. At the rear, there's lots of room for 2, even with an armrest with twin cup holders on the seat back folded down. There's room for 3 at the back with the armrest folded up, but the best thing that can be said is that it would be cozy. The seat back also splits 60-40 and can be folded to increase space for luggage and other whatnots. There's a lot to like about driving the Creta, which is powered by a SmartStream G 1.5 engine. The 1,497cc DOHC gasoline engine generates 113 horsepower and 144 Nm of torque. While the powertrain numbers seem pedestrian, the IVT or Intelligent Variable Transmission sending power and torque to the front wheels is responsive. The leather and upholstered steering wheel tilts and telescopes in the GLS and the GL IVT variants and features controls for such things as the audio and cruise control. Electric power steering makes for effortless turns of the steering wheel. The driver can select drive modes on the top-of-the-line Creta: Eco, Normal, Smart, and Sport, using the rotary dial behind the gear shift lever. The same rotary dial can be used to adjust traction control mode to help adapt to slippery and other difficult road conditions. The Creta suspension system, featuring front McPherson struts and a CTBA or coupled torsion beam axle type suspension in the rear, is tuned to provide a soft, comfortable ride. The brake system provides confident stopping power using discs on all wheels, 15-inch discs in front and 14-inch discs in the rear. All the Creta variants comes with electric parking brake with auto hold, which makes driving in stop-and-go traffic less strenuous and stressful. Hyundai equipped the Creta variants brought into local market with a good mix of safety and security, as well as driver assist features. All the variants arrived with dual airbags, anti-lock brake system, electronic stability control, hill start assist control, parking distance warning sensors, and child seat anchors. The 1.5 GL IVT shares with the 1.5 GLS additional driver assist features that include manual speed limit assist, lane following assist, tire pressure monitoring system, rear view monitor, as well as rear seat alert. But it's the top-of-the-line 1.5 GLS IVT that is outfitted with more comprehensive advanced driver assist tech that includes blind spot collision avoidance system, lane keeping assist, forward collision avoidance assist, high beam assist, and driver attention warning.
In offering free price points for the Creta, Hyundai hopes one would meet the wants, needs, and budget of would-be buyers. That's our featured vehicle in this week's showcase, courtesy of Prudential Guarantee. Welcome back to Motoring Today. The auto industry takes center stage.
IC Star Automotive Incorporated, official and sole distributor of Mercedes-Benz vehicles in the country, has launched a comprehensive lineup of full electric vehicles. The lineup includes the Mercedes-Benz EQA 250 Electric Art, EQB 250 Electric Art, EQE 300 Electric Art, and EQE 350 Plus AMG line. The all-new EQA, EQB, and EQE are powered by state-of-the-art electric drivetrains that deliver exhilarating performance while producing zero emissions. Powered by a motor that generates 385 Nm of torque, the EQA 250 has a range of 496 kilometers. The EQB 250 has a range of 474 kilometers. The EQE 300 and EQE 350 have a range of more than 600 kilometers. All Mercedes-Benz full electric vehicles are also equipped with the latest safety features, including advanced driver assistance systems.
What's good about this thing is that it also has a lot of safety features in it. We have the advanced safety features, autonomous driving, connectivity. We still have there the MBX NTG7, and these are all coming with Hey Mercedes technology.
The newly launched full electric vehicles were available for test drives at authorized Mercedes-Benz dealerships.
I would like to invite everyone to please come in our showroom. So we have at least 4 showrooms here in the Philippines. In Manila, in Metro Manila, we have one here in Green Hills. Please test drive in Green Hills. Please go to Mercedes-Benz Alabang also, and Mercedes-Benz BGC. So down south, you can go also in Mercedes-Benz Cebu, and you can, our friendly and knowledgeable Mercedes-Benz EQ experts will really attend to your needs.
Introductory prices range from 4.19 million to 6.29 million. There's a new landmark along Aguinaldo Highway in Dasmariñas, Cavite. It's Isuzu Dasmariñas, a landmark showcasing the global Isuzu outlet standard, not only in design but also in providing customer support and services.
This new dealership supports the new Isuzu outlet standard design with spacious showroom that can display up to 3 vehicles and 7 service bays that can accommodate our light commercial vehicle up to our heavy-duty trucks. With its booming economy, Tasmania City is an ideal location for our dealership, with majority of our target market family and business located within this city.
Isuzu Dasmariñas joins 48 other Isuzu dealerships located across the country. It is also the second Isuzu outlet of Iconic Dealership Incorporated in the province of Cavite.
This is our second outlet in Cavite. The first outlet, the other one is in Bacoor, and now we have Dasmariñas, which is a transfer from our former outlet in Imus. So I'd like to invite everyone to visit the newest Isuzu dealership of the Ayala Group here in Isuzu Dasmariñas. It is very conveniently located along Aguinaldo Highway. See you in our showroom.
The all-new CX-90, the largest and latest crossover from Mazda, is now available in the country. Mazda Philippines publicly unveiled the all-new CX-90 at the Power Plant Mall in Rockwell. Mazda brought in 2 variants of the all-new CX-90, the 6-seater 3.3-liter AWD HEV Turbo Exclusive and the 8-seater 3.3-liter AWD HEV Turbo.
So you can see 2 cars in here. One is a 6-seater with a second row captain chair, and one is an 8-seater. So these are CX-90 hybrids, 3.3 turbo. So for the 6-seater, the 3-row is 2-seat, 2-seat, and 2 seats. And the middle row is a captain chair. That means the second row occupant will have his own seat. And the other one is 8-seat. It's your 3-row, 2 in front, 3 in the middle, and 3 at the back. So there are very few 8-seaters. This is one of them. They're normally 7-seater. It's a large SUV made in Japan. In fact, we are the first country in Asia to launch a CX-90.
The new CX-90 is powered by the new generation 3.3-liter eSkyActiv G power unit featuring Mazda Hybrid Boost made into an 8-speed multi-plated automatic with a rear-biased iActiv all-wheel drive.
It's very fuel efficient. It's 3.3. It makes 284 horsepower, which you expect from a turbo 3x3, but what makes it stand out is it's very fuel efficient. The engineer developed this new powertrain, new engine, new electric motor, new 8-speed automatic transmission without torque converter. So it's very powerful, but most importantly it's very fuel efficient because it is a hybrid. It's gone back to a more premium layout, which is it's an inline-6 engine, and inline-6 engines going away from the industry because inline-6 engines are deployed by European luxury brand. Very smooth, very nice sound, very powerful, and very balanced because this inline-6 is a rear drive. It's called an all-wheel drive, but it's a rear drive bias. That means it's 90% rear drive and 10% in the front. So it's an all-wheel drive, but a rear-wheel drive engine that goes across. So the engine sits almost 50-50 balance between the front and the back, even though it looks like a big car, but it drives, some say, like the MX-5 sports car.
The CX-90 8-seater is listed at 3.8 million and the 6-seater at 3.78 million pesos.
That's the week that was in motoring. Thank you for joining us. Also, don't forget to check us out on social media.
Until next week here on Motoring Today, now on its 37th year of continuing service to the general motoring public with a lifelong commitment to promote road safety. On behalf of our dad, Butch Gamboa, I'm Ray Louie Gamboa.
And I'm Tin Gamboa.
Happy motoring!